How we doing, everybody? Happy Sunday, and welcome to the Good Countdown. For the fourth straight week, we're here chilling in the morning, and let me turn that music down and get my co-host in, the one and only, the big man, the one who's always firing shots.
Syl Nation, what's
Abdul.
up? What's up, Syl Nation? You out here, bro?
What's good, everybody? What's
I love
good?
this, man. It's the best. That's the best countdown. I'm gonna say this every week. Who's ever trying to do sports podcasts, like we are already the best, and we're gonna keep it going, y'all.
We're just doing our thing over here, man. We the best. We the best. When you're over here, you know that I gotta bring a different level of like production. It's the pedigree, but I just gotta say good morning to everybody. Brad Howard, I appreciate you being here. Super Bro, Necron, thank you for the countdown. Hey, we got a countdown for the countdown, bro.
Cowboys, we'll see in a few minutes, Necron.
We'll see. We got everyone. Israel, JCJ. I appreciate you guys being here, of course.
No, hey, my guy.
No, hey.
I jumped ahead of you.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm catching up. You're good, bro.
Right now, I've been hearing from Syl Nation like all last night, this morning. Like much love to all the support, man.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Community, man.
Thank you guys for already being in here. It's nice when you start the stream and you see some people filing in, talking to each other in the chat already. It's the community, and we appreciate everyone being here to start their morning. Wherever you are in the world. Maybe you're finishing your day, maybe it's your afternoon. We appreciate you being here to hang out with us, man. This is like something I look forward to every week now. Every time like we're done, I'm like, oh man, I can't wait for the next countdown. And now we got freezing cold takes on Wednesdays too.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody, man. Like I said, it's about, like you said, this is community, and we're expanding, doing different stuff, doing stuff that we like. And this is going to be an example for any other community out there, man. I love what we're doing, man. I'm loving the response. This is awesome.
Hell yeah, dude. It's I gotta get a logo on the bottom that says Sports Nation or Syl Nation Sports Network, like a little thing on the bottom so everyone can have it, you know, a little whenever we're doing our sports show, you can have that logo down there.
Exactly. That's a good idea, man.
Hell yeah, dude. Let me just get that music out of here. So now we're started. Everyone, I hope you're ready for the show, because here we go. This is a new semester. If you want to know what that means, there's 18 weeks in the NFL season, 17 games. There used to be only 16 games, so it was really easy to quarter it out, you know, 4, 4, 4, 4. But we're still going to do it that way, because now that random game that everyone has, it seems to be the game where they're going overseas and they play that game over there, and it's kind of just like a write-off on their season. That's what this game is. Currently, right now, the New York Giants are playing Green Bay Packers in London, and it's the third quarter. Green Bay's up 20-13, and that's what it's a little close. It's only a one-possession game. That's what happens in London, man.
Yeah, man. It's always interesting games when they go across the pond there. Shout out to UK. They're a big part of Syl Nation as well.
Oh, absolutely.
I need to go out there for a game next season. I'm dead serious. But and right now it's third quarter, like you said. Packers up by 7 with the ball in Giants territory. So I mean, Aaron Rodgers, I think he's gonna do that kill shot probably this quarter on, and we'll see.
Oh yeah, dude. They're just waiting for it. He's kind of setting them up. That's one thing he likes to do, is like see what they do here. Maybe just run a formation, not run the play that they want, and see how they react to it, to see if they should even run that play. Like, it's some next level football, some big brain football going on in the NFL with these professionals, especially if you've been playing for years and years and years, man. You got to make it interesting for yourself. And Raya, thank you for being here. Absolutely. The staples of Syl Nation are all filing in, as I say, and I love it.
Yeah, Raya, she was there at a very early time, helping me behind the scenes, and we gotta get that Spawn talk, Raya. Y'all probably don't know Raya and that Spawn. I'm about to put something together real soon.
Absolutely, yeah, I'd love to see that, and she's very good at articulating her thoughts, so it's awesome to hear Raya talk and give her opinions on things. Osa, thank you for being here. Obviously, we got Mr. Wes Ashley, Peely himself, filing in here this morning. So let's go a little recap already while this game is playing. If you were there for Freezing Cold Takes this past Wednesday, we had a great cameo from yourself filing in, and it got a little wild and off the rails, but that's how it goes.
Right.
That's how it goes. But I was able to get your prediction for the Thursday night game, and boy, were we wrong about that one, huh?
Oh my goodness! Like, well, I didn't know how bad the Broncos really were. Right? I mean, I knew they weren't that good. Like, but the offense is really bad. Right? So that underestimated that.
Both of them are really bad. I don't know if I had said it, but I was definitely thinking it like this might be a low scoring game. But what we've seen from like what their potential, I'm always hoping for the best, man. I want to see offense like and Tom Brady, if anybody pays attention to NFL at all and watches shows or interviews or press conferences like I myself do because I'm a nerd when it comes to this. I'm in on every press conference. As soon as a press conference comes up from like one of the Buccaneers coaches, I'm like, I gotta listen to this. Tom Brady did a press conference and they asked him like, what has he seen in terms of football for this like first quarter, and he just said, I've seen a lot of bad football. It's like, well, can you blame him for saying that? Like, it's been a lot of bad football. There's a lot of teams that are 2-2. And then you got teams that have tied already this season. Like teams that can't score. If it's good football, they're executing, they're on time. What are you gonna say about that?
And what I think too, because I think with Tom Brady, like you, I mean, you've been following, his career as much as you could, and he's the GOAT. And I equate bad football to like bad quarterback play. I think there's a lot of bad quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're seeing every week. Like right now, I don't know if there's any Broncos fans out there. It's like, man, I think Russell Wilson's a bad quarterback now. You know what I'm saying? It's like we already know Matt Ryan's washed. So it's like,
yeah, exactly.
He's matched, you know what I mean? So a lot of times when I look at teams, you look at, okay, how's their offense, how's their defense, overall. But the tiebreaker to me is like, okay, who has the trash quarterback? And hopefully they got a good enough defense to help them, right? So that's what it comes down to. Missing some crappy quarterbacks out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's I don't know if it was a one-on-one interview for a TV station. I can't remember exactly what it was for, but Tom Brady did an interview last year, and they asked him again, as they always do, like, what are your thoughts on retirement? And he said that if, like, at that point in time, he was sitting home on the couch watching the NFL, he would be like, yo, I'm better than these guys. I can play better than half the league right now. And even when he's playing quote unquote bad, he's still gotten his team to 2-2, and Aaron Rodgers just barely beat him. Like, that was one of the most low scoring games that we've also had. It was 14-12. Like, how does a fucking game finish with that score? That should be a first half score, a low first half at that. So like you said, yeah, it's bad quarterback play, and I think part of that is the preseason, the way they approach the preseason now, and nobody who's starting plays, so you don't get any cohesive reps before the meaningful ones. So all of the learning that the preseason used to provide, now we're getting it in the first 4 weeks of the season. Does that make sense to you? Like, because they play maybe the like a series now every preseason game, the starting like lineup, right. And then it's like, all right, put the second team in for the rest of the game. It's like, what the fuck? Do you guys want to be good when the season starts or what? But that's just how it goes. And then we got some more people coming in here. JP, what's good? Thanks for coming through. Russ been done for a hot second. Yeah, I think they lost it once he threw that interception against the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Man. That's tough.
Lost his mojo. The Butler took his mojo, dude.
That's rough.
And the Super Bowl is giving his opinion on that. Hey, here's the thing. Yeah, they have to because the season is too long. I understand that. I don't think they need to get rid of Thursday nights. I love Thursday nights, but I know it's not good for the players. dude. I mean, Prime Amazon paid too much money to give that away, dude. It's not
Well,
going away.
so I understand exactly, that's business right there. But then
Yeah,
also because NFL, yeah, they're getting a lot of money from that. Amazon's getting a lot of money, but I look at it like if you it's on scheduling. If you do a Thursday game, you need to go ahead and make sure they have either a Monday game or a Sunday night game next week, right? Like you can't do like a Thursday
yeah,
and then you know what I'm saying, or like the
yeah.
week before they play. Don't have them playing like that Monday night football and then coming and playing Thursday or a Sunday night and then Thursday. They gotta schedule that better. That's the point I'm trying to make with that.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with that. I mean, and you can totally
Yeah,
schedule that
yeah, they
better,
could do
dude.
that.
Like, give them the Thursday night game, and then either give them the Monday night game the next week, or a Sunday night game, or
Mm-hmm.
give them a fucking bye. And I know
Or
that's
make
hard.
it. That's a good idea. See, like, and again, I know there's a lot of things involved, like the venues they're using and things like that.
Oh,
But if you could make it a Thursday night game only after a bye week, I think that'd be dope. You know what I mean? Then it's like
yeah,
that gives them that extra time before the game and after. So,
right. Yeah,
that's an
you
idea.
gotta like as Super Bowl Corey said, yeah, players are getting hurt, and I'm sure if you've seen any of the injury reports out there, you're like, man, there's a lot already for the first couple weeks of the season. But then again, like it's the NFL. Like they're gonna get hurt. It's a
Mhm.
gladiator sport. They're banging against each other every play. There's
Violent
literal
sport.
yeah, they're literal like fist fights at, between the offensive line and the defensive line. They're like fucking just hitting each other, grabbing, like pushing, everything, all game. So it's you're lucky if you can go the whole game without getting hurt. And everyone talks about like some certain players are always on the injury report, but they always play. It's like, yeah, because they're playing through injuries. That's what you do. Don't be in Miami. Yeah, that's one thing you could do, I guess, because they're gonna play anyways, right? That's tough. That's tough. Yeah, they got screwed. Um, but as we say, as we continue, we got to talk about that Colts versus Broncos game. Went to OT. Somehow each of the quarterbacks both had 0 touchdowns, dude, and they both had 2 interceptions, which is pretty hilarious. And both under a 20 QBR rating, 20 or lower, which is terrible.
Bad,
Like that's
bad
tor-
QB.
yeah, as far as like right, it goes right along with what you're saying. It's like bad quarterback play. And that's tough to see because those are the marquee players. It's not like a star in the defense or a star like skills position. That's the guy. That's the guy of your team, the face of your team, most likely. So you want them to be able to be playing good. And some of that might be just need more reps, man. That's what I think it is. More cohesiveness because it's 11 people have to be all on the same page for shit to work and be executed properly. So when one person is off, everyone can get fucked, and then that person might got hurt because they were off, or hurt somebody else. So a lot goes
Mhm.
into it, man. It's like dominoes when they start falling. And it's really hard to have football on right here and keep talking, but I'm gonna keep doing it.
I'm
The
keeping an
Lions,
eye on it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. For me right now, the Giants are driving down the field. It's still within a touchdown, so this might be another one of those games like we had last week where it comes down to the
This is
wire.
interesting. This is
Yeah,
interesting because the Packers was driving. I don't know if they forced a turnover or just kind of knocked back the Packers, but like the Giants, man, they're not going away down by 7.
yeah, yeah. Not going away at all. And we got some bets in here. Coming soon, we're gonna have the over and unders. Once I stop upgrading the stream and making production value higher, I'll start focusing more on how the show goes. But I kind of like how it's open, free form, and we can just talk right now and
Yeah.
chop it up. But yeah, loving the Chiefs -7 this week. Hey, if you're a bet man, go ahead. There's a lot
I'm
of big
terrible at betting.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. There's a lot of big spreads this week that you usually avoid, and one of the big spreads is actually the Falcons versus the Buccaneers, but we'll get to that. But so to wrap up the Thursday night game, me and
Mhm.
Syl on Wednesday night during freezing cold takes both took the Broncos. Then we had Necron and Sky both go ahead, agree with us. And then I was like, man, this is going to be a freezing cold take. I can already feel it.
It always happens. It happened with the Lions. It's
Yep.
like, oh, man.
Yeah, dude, it was bad. And then Brad Howard goes ahead. They act like they care about player safety, but adds an extra week and Thursday games. Yeah, dude. Hey, we care about safety. We showed you. So now we're gonna add more games since we gave you practice is a little bit easier and shit. Oh man, it's funny. Taladia plays. Thank you. Another staple. Another Syl Nation. We appreciate you being here. And Skywalker. Yes, smash that like button if you are here. I never say it enough because I figure if you're here, you know what the deal is. Come and hit the like button and show some love. Mod me up, bro. Oh, dude, I haven't modded you yet. All right, I got you. We got Matthew McConaughey. Yeah, everyone's here to chill for the morning, and I guess that'll be a clip on freezing cold takes, and it'll be perfect because it capped off with Leon coming in at the end and choosing the Colts. So once he did that, I was like, oh, now we're really fucked. Here we go with the LeBron hate too. Super Bro Sky is not a mod because he's not a LeBron fan. That's hilarious, dude. That's hilarious. Nah, we're not doing that to me. It makes sense to me. So starting with this game, we were talking earlier before we started the stream, and Syl told me that his pick was the Green Bay Packers. And like we say, it's like it's kind of cheating, but whatever. We already know our picks for the day. It's Scout's honor. I was also going with the Green Bay Packers. It's an easy pick for me. It's Rodgers versus Daniel Jones, like we were also saying. But hey, Daniel Jones, he's their X factor. That's what I wrote down for this game. He is their X factor. And the defense actually only held Justin Fields last week to like 170 yards, but that's Justin Fields, and the Bears' offensive line isn't that great. So you're thinking that the Packers' offensive line is going to be better. It's going to allow them to get more points, but it just is the Packers' defense going to hold up? What do you got to say about that, man?
As far as with this Packers, I'm keeping an eye on it as well. Yeah, I mean that's what I was saying. I think the Packers, they should pull away, but like I said, the Giants are hanging in there, man. So we'll see. Start of the fourth quarter, Packers up by 7. Giants have the ball in Packers territory. So, yeah,
we're gonna see what the blokes do over in London, man. Skywalker coming in. Yeah. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Real talk. Thank you for being here. And we're gonna start off the day with those 1 p.m. games. And if you don't already know, let me put this ticker on, because after today's show, we're going to be over on Twitch, Syl's Twitch. If you don't know, let me say it again, twitch.tv/Syl Abdul. If you can't spell it, his name's right there. I'm pointing right to it. That's his name right there. No spaces. Go over there. Make sure, if you can, sub, at least follow, put the notifications on so you'll know when we go live over there. If you don't have Red Zone, don't worry. You can watch it with us and see our reactions, our hilarious reactions to some of the hilarity that goes on Sundays. And every once in a while, you get a fan, running on the field, maybe a NFL star pops him. What's your thoughts on that before we get started? What do you think about? Did you know that that fan filed a police report against Bobby Wagner?
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Stephen A. said something. Yeah, Stephen A. said something like, if I was the judge, I would bring him in just to get him into court and tell him that I was going to hear his case, and then just throw him in jail for 30 days for stupidity. I was like, yeah.
That was nuts. That situation was
nuts, dude. Like, what are you doing? But that's the way it goes. And oh, there we go. Let me edit this real quick. So for week 1 on my list, I'm starting with what I think could be an interesting game, but it all depends on Kenny Pickett. The Steelers go up to Buffalo, the Bills Mafia, and they absolutely try to demolish the Pittsburgh Steelers to start off our slate. And let me just tell you this. Kenny Pickett threw 3 interceptions when he was first in last week. Kenny
Mhm.
throws Pickett's, and he did not look too great as far as that goes. But besides that, he was slinging that ball around, dude. And he was making some plays way better than Mitch Trubisky, in my opinion. But
Yeah.
you are going against the Bills. However, the Bills are a little banged up. They don't have
Yes.
Poyer. He's out again. And I have the injury report. I don't know all of the names that are out, but Poyer being out is the biggest one you need to know. He's like the keystone of that secondary, and he brings a lot of that juice. If you hear people talk about him, who are in the Buffalo secondary, they say that he's kind of like the captain of that, and he gives them like the wayward focus. But it's the Bills, they are trying to be a championship team. This is one of the ones where you got to win this game. You're at home, you got to win it. And if you don't win it, people start to question the validity of your championship claims already. And they are 3-1. Pittsburgh Steelers are 1-3. However, Mike Tomlin has never coached a losing team. So if he's going to come in here and start writing his ship to not have a losing season this season, he's got to start doing it now. But I don't think that they're going to be able to steal one on the road against the Bills. I got the Bills winning this game at home, and that pick again is for myself and not for Pilly. But I hope he's happy that I chose the Bills. Who do you think is going to take this one, man?
Yeah, well, it's the Pickett show, right? People are excited
Yeah.
about the rookie. I mean, like you said, he was throwing picks, but hey, you just throw the rookie out there. Like Trubisky was struggling. Well, it was the Jets. That was a surprise to see the Jets play so strong, but last week. But this week, Pickett got a whole week of reps, right? Like Tomlin, I think Tomlin made that call at a good time. I actually, not on retrospect, I'm like, okay, let's just get him out there, right? You still got a world-class defense with the Steelers. Now you're going into Buffalo, who is banged up, who hasn't really been looking good for a couple weeks offensively. Just want to kind of put that out there. And like you said, their secondary is still outside of Poyer. They got some cornerbacks that I heard. This is an early upset special here. I'm picking the Steelers to go in because I think the Bills, they're looking ahead. Next week is Bills versus Chiefs. I think the Bills are looking ahead. They're still banged up. The Steelers got good defense. I think, what I'm saying, they're going to kind of slow this down here. And I'm picking the Steelers.
Wow, dude. Wow. I love it. I love it, man. Upset special starting early.
Already.
I was saying, man, if Mike Tomlin is going to right the ship, he's got to do it now. So this is where it starts.
Because they don't have no tape on Pickett. I mean, I know they saw what he did against the Jets, and then it didn't look good.
No,
but
it didn't.
He's about to come out with like 20 pre-scripted plays. They're going to move the ball down, I think, real quick on the Bills, and then it's going to be about that Steelers defense holding down Josh Allen today. So I'm going with the Steelers. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, I think that the Buffalo's defensive front is going to be able to kind of tear up the Steelers' offensive line because their old line isn't great. That's why I picked them, and they're at home, dude. If what you predicted comes true, and the Steelers get that, and the Steelers steal a win in Buffalo, there's going to be a fucking riot in Buffalo in that stadium, dude. So, hey, I would love to see it because I've never been a big fan of the Buffalo fan base because you see this jersey back here because of that man right here getting completely hated on by the Buffalo Bills, but that's all right.
Yeah.
I understand why y'all hate them. And this is to market for myself. One of us just had a freezing cold take, and we'll see that on Wednesday night. But moving on. Next game that is in the New York area. We both know it's not actually New York State. It's New Jersey. The Miami Dolphins fly up to face the New York Jets in MetLife Stadium. The Miami Dolphins do have Teddy Bridgewater. Tua's still not back. Dude, I don't know if he's ever when he'll be back.
Take a year off, son.
Yeah. Go sit it down for the season.
Shut it down.
Tyreek is still looking good. I mean, last week, 14 targets, 10 receptions, 160 yards, which is pretty fucking phenomenal. And they are still 3-1 as a team. So it's not terrible, obviously. They're looking good. I think, whoever wins between Buffalo and Miami. If one of them loses, then the other will take the lead in that division for the AFC East. I think the Miami Dolphins want to come in here and show that they're gonna beat this team handedly, because the Jets barely beat the Steelers and Kenny Pickett last week, and he threw 3 interceptions. I mean, come on. Uh, I think that the Dolphins they got too much offensive power, and they're gonna take it this weekend against the Jets in New Jersey. What do you think for this game?
Yeah, the Jets, like, can lightning strike twice, right? The Jets got their starter back. I forget his name that quick, but he's a decent quarterback.
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson, right? He brought some swag back with him, right?
He did.
So
He did.
they got a good defense. People keep sleeping on the Jets defense. I mean, Pickett found that out, right? The rookie found that out last week. But with the Jets, I think, it comes down with the Jets. You got to just outscore them because they do have good defense. And I think the Dolphins have good defense too. But I think the Dolphins have better offense. I mean, you still got Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. They may kind of run the ball a little bit more too. I'm going with the Dolphins. They still have too much talent, even with Bridgewater or Tua. I think you kind of have the same quarterback. I'm going to be really honest when I say that. So yeah, Dolphins for the win.
Okay. All right. Word. Jets. Just my Steelers ones. What JP thinks for the last one. That's hilarious.
Real quick.
Yeah,
update, London game is tied. Yeah, 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Woo!
Giants got too cocky. Game, man.
Hey, Batman's he's up early for this game, bro. That's our resident Packers fan, and Skywalker's telling us to add that. I'm bringing this up for myself later. I will add it to the banner. I apologize. I would not. Yeah, we get the time zones all messed up with us being. We're nationwide down here.
You gotta be all inclusive, right? I mean,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
that, I gotta include everyone. So
gotta love it though. Gotta love it. Yeah. So continuing on, I mean, like you said, the Dolphins, they have a bunch of people who are listed as questionable, but usually that means they're gonna play. And then you have out Quincy Williams, their inside linebacker for the Jets, and an offensive tackle with a knee. So you got to think that, the Miami Dolphins are going to have some pressure on Zach Wilson, and he should cough up the ball a couple times. Yeah, Zach Wilson. So everyone's agreeing. Damn, Rodgers.
Give me one. I got to take a phone call real quick. If you can freestyle for a moment.
You got it. You got it. Oh, we got Laughing Campbell. He forgot to bear down today. That's hilarious. Yes. Yes. We got the real live switch right there. All right. Picking Jets here. What do we got? Chat. You got Jets. That's Jets for this one. Okay, super bro. Teddy Bridgewater is my reason for going with the Jets. Plus, Miami never travels to New York. Well, okay, that's fair. It is early in the season, though, so I don't know if the cold's going to get them too much. Syl Nation is everywhere. We're worldwide, nationwide. The cool table is just nationwide. We from east to west coast, and we always, when we're planning stuff, it's very annoying because we have all right, Eastern time, Central time, West Coast time. Is everybody okay with these times? Okay, lock it in. That's always how it is all the time. It is great. It's not that cold up there right now, JCJ. It's not that cold. And I'll let you know how cold it is in a couple weeks because I will be traveling back to my frontier in the great white north. And it's not white right now. It's just autumn. But we'll see. You got to think about it as well. Tyreek is used to the cold. He played in Kansas City, man. And it's not, like I said, it's not that cold. It is 1 in the afternoon. So it's not a night game either. So it should be fine, perfect for the cheetah to get out and gallivant. Not feeling Teddy today. That's fair. Next week, Teddy 2 gloves. Give me that next week. I'm going with him today. I think it's just one of those ones that, I mean, I'm hoping that they're gonna win, honestly, because I picked them, but they look like more of a contender to me than the Jets do. And this is one of those games where they're going to show it. They watch their first 4 weeks of tape. There's a lot more tape for each team to dissect for their opponent. So that's why, hopefully the games today that are supposed to go the way they're going to go go that way. But here I am saying that, and the Packers are blowing this lead versus the Giants. So
Yeah,
we'll
they got the
see.
ball back. Starting to drive. So this is gonna be an interesting ending to that game.
Yeah. Jon Snow is at the London game. Hey, I would be too, bro. I would be too, bro. You know the U.S. is hey, what's Jon Snow doing there? You know, oh, let me get my rep up. Man, 10 minutes to go in the fourth. That's how I'm looking at, and it's just an interesting league, dude. That's why I love the NFL. You never know what you're gonna get. That's why we have a saying here in America: any given Sunday. That's why, because any given Sunday, your team could shit the bed or they can throttle a team. And unless it's like the end of the year, you really don't know what's going to happen. It's hard to predict these games, and that's why it's so fun to do. Because I mean, this show spawned another show because my picks were so bad. And then we got freezing cold takes out of this show, which is hilarious. 62 degrees, Miami and Parkas. That's hilarious, but not true, dude. Stop talking shit about people from Florida going to New York, man, because I'm one of them. All right. Giants just tied it up. Yeah. Hey, Necron, you might want to update your stream, homie. Teddy played in the cold as well. Yeah. All right. Greenbelt fella. From last year, one might say never trust a London game. Travel adds another dimension. Yeah, the Packers traveled late this week. So, yeah, that's what we're seeing, why we're seeing what we're seeing. But to continue with the slate, I should have done this later, but let's just get on with it. We got the homie, his hometown team, one of his hometown teams, the Chicago Bears, for a division matchup, going to Minnesota. Vikings. Yeah. And let me just let you kick it off with it, bro. Are you gonna bear down this week too?
So I would like to pat myself on the back that I've perfectly picked the Bears games all season so far. Just want to put that out there. All right. So as far as when we done these shows, I picked it perfectly. So looking at the Bears and Vikings. So Vikings, they're pretty let's see, let me look at they're a pretty healthy team, right? The Vikings have been pretty healthy all season.
Mm-hmm.
No one's really banged up, like, for real.
Nope.
The Bears, so with the Vikings, they got a good passing attack. They got a pretty decent defense. I'll say above average. You know, they can run the ball here or there. Okay, they're at home. They're in the dome. They're probably feeling good. 3-1. They're tied with the division lead. Okay, no problem, right? So the Bears come in. Our starting running back may not play. Montgomery may not play. But the Bears are relatively healthy. Their defense is average at best to me, to be quite honest. The Bears defense, not the best defense, but they got some heart. The problem is the offense. The Vikings is going to score a lot of points. We're going to get bared down again in our division, just like the Packers did to us. You got baby arm Justin Fields out there that's not going to be able to hang. This is an L for the Bears, but we still represent. Bear down. We don't pick with our hearts, though.
You gotta pick with your head on that, dude. You got bear down too many times. And hey, this might be the longest streak we have running for the show, so let's keep it going, man. You picking the Bears games correctly. That's hilarious, bro. You want to pick with your heart, you want them to win, but gotta. Yeah.
But come on. Now the Vikings got too much for us, y'all.
I think JCJ singing the same thing, homie. Vikings by 80, he goes.
That's by hilarious. 80, bro.
Why y'all putting Syl through this?
Nah, it's all good, man. I'm a realist.
He's a realist.
I know we got baby arms.
Baby arms, bro. That's a great new nickname for him.
Baby arms. Got baby arms.
Oh shit, bro. Oh my god. Yo, he does look like a little baby arms too. That's hilarious. Let's not waste any time with that. David Montgomery is still questionable, but I think since a division matchup, he's gonna try to go. That's probably more of a game time decision rather than like questionable for today. I'm gonna go with you, man. I've learned my lesson from this. I'm not gonna pick the Bears to be petty because they're gonna let me down, and that's gonna affect my win-loss fucking ratio.
It's about the
So
numbers for you.
yeah, it's about the numbers, bro. It's about the numbers. I'm not gonna say anything about that. So I'm gonna pick the Vikings, obviously. They're at home. They gotta show out at home in Minnesota. So I'm gonna pick them to win it today. And we're just gonna keep it moving with that. Kirk Cousins, don't let me down, bro. Please.
Real quick, the
Yes,
ball
sir.
exchange hands again. Giants have the ball. Still a tie game. Giants at midfield. This is an exciting game.
How much time left for you? It's
It's
9:40.
9 minutes.
All right, where? So you're a little bit ahead of me. So next game, this could be a weird one or a route, and it is the Texans at the Jaguars. We have a 0-3-1 Texans team going up against the Jags, who are 2-2, and the Jags have obviously looked better this season, and they're at home in Duval. I'm thinking this is a bounce back game from the game last week. They had kind of a rough outing last week against the Eagles, right? Am I correct on that?
Yeah, the
And
Eagles. In the rain. Yeah.
in the rain, yeah.
Mhm.
So they obviously are gonna love being back home and playing in front of the home fans there in Duval.
Mhm.
And the Texans, I'm not gonna pick them until they win one, dude. They're 0-3-1. So I'm going with the Jags here. Who do you got?
Yeah, like I said, people are sleeping on the Texans. I'm just saying they can move the ball. They really should have beat my Bears a couple weeks ago. And their defense is, like I said, average at best. So they're not this bad of a team. But I think the Jaguars, they're feeling good. Again, they got a Super Bowl winning coach, Doug Peterson. People keep forgetting they got a super upgrade at head coach.
Yeah.
And he got a homeboy, was it Lawrence, looking, like more of like a pro, not a rookie. So I'm going with the Jags. I think their offense is above average. I think their defense is stellar. This should be an easy win for them. Now, this could have been like an upset special if they had like a crappy coach, but they got that Super Bowl coach, Doug Peterson. So going with the Jaguars, they're gonna win that division too. I'm gonna say that every week.
Yeah. Hey, that was I'm not sure if that was the second week we did it with Sky or if it was our first week, but you did say that was your dark horse to win that division was the Jags. He's got receipts, y'all. He's got receipts even on my channel. Fucking A. And I wanted to say, as we're talking about our predictions from last week, I didn't mention it here, and my fault. I did it on Freezing Cold Takes, and I was like, oh, we don't have to mention it here. But Syl did beat me again. Went 11-4 last week, and I went 10-5. So that's just another win for your homie. I believe if I did that correctly, or I'm looking at the wrong numbers, and just did the ones from before. But I'm pretty sure that's what the record was.
Mm-hmm. Oh
And
yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
I had a big improvement, and you still fucking beat me, which is hilarious. But so we're gonna continue, and with that, we both picked the Jags. And the funniest comment for that game actually is the homie Necron saying Texans want to be Cowboys. Yeah, facts, dude. Facts, dude. Oh, it's hilarious. I don't think people in Houston would agree with that, but hey, like Super Bro says, picking up W's no matter what the topic is. We're trying, man. We got the Dean over here, and we should have been giving out grades already. Let's just do it game by game. You got your grades ready, Dean? Do you know what your grades are? Do you want to go back through real quick and give the Giants and Packers grades for this season?
Okay.
Um,
What you want to do?
you have your first quarter grades for the Giants and the Packers.
Oh, you want to do that like right now?
Well, I said, all right, we can do it afterwards. We can do it afterwards. Okay, we can keep it going then.
Right.
So the Texans Jags, we both picked the Jags. The next game, battle of the 1 and 3s. It might be more interesting than some people think, or it might be a big stinker. But we shall see. Over there, up there from me in Foxborough, the Detroit Lions, MCDC, and Jared Goff fly in to to face the New England Patriots, and Bailey Zappi. Is he going to zap him? And Bill Belichick, they look good, man. Surprisingly good. They gave the Packers a run for their money. I know I was in one of our chats and I was like, oh my, because Mac Jones is already out to start the game. So Brian Hoyer started the game. And then I tune in and fucking Brian Hoyer is out. And our third string quarterback, who the Patriots just drafted, is in. And I was like, yo, what is going on? But then they made it a game. He was slanging it, which is very surprising to me. And if you look at this game, the Detroit Lions have like the highest scoring offense, but also one of the worst defenses in the NFL. So you can't have one great one and one really bad one. That's why you end up being 1-3 as this team. And I got to go with the home team here. Obviously, you see that jersey. I got more merchandise everywhere in my closet. I got the Patriots taking this one against Detroit. What is your opinion on this game?
So Detroit's been an up and down team all year, right? But they only have one win. That's kind of weird. Like they don't have a lot to show for. I think they're playing just as good as like any average team right now, the Detroit Lions. Right? The offense seems they can run the ball every week. It seems like they score points every week. They can't stop anyone. So I think that's a terrible recipe going to Foxborough to play Belichick. I think the Patriots, they're just going to do what they need to do, right? They're like they got the defense. Do they have this quarter? Is this quarterback decent? I guess. Like,
right.
Slinging it, right? I'm like, they may have found something here, right? So I gotta go with Patriots at home against a Lions team that I can't really trust, right? They may make it a good game though. So going with the Patriots.
Yeah, me too. It's just one of those games, man. If we're both wrong, well, then I guess this clip will just be on freezing cold takes.
London update: ahead. Giants are up 7 points, 6 minutes to go. Packers got the ball starting to drive.
Giants need to stop cheating. Snapped. I don't know what we missed, but apparently we missed something.
The Giants snapped on us.
Oh no, dude.
That's rough.
That is, dude. Come on, Packers. Do something, Rodgers. Do something. Pat's Def will keep it Detroit in check. Yeah. It's gonna be close, man. Freezing cold take. Fucking Lions. That's hilarious. At home Pats. All right. Hey, we got some picks in here. JCJ say check out. Hey, he's multiple. As am I. I claim the Patriots every now and again when they're playing good, but not right now. They're 1-3. I like to claim the player rather than the team because that's just my loyalty. You know, the teams are organizations. They don't really care about these players like we do. But moving on from that game, we both got the Patriots. Soon enough, we'll start picking in different teams. So our record won't be exactly the same, hopefully, this week. And if it is, that'll be hilarious. But moving on. This game in London is very interesting, man. And I love it because we've had some London games that have been crazy stinkers. But the fact that
I got an eye on it, yeah.
Yeah, dude. The fact that this has been close each week now, man, just gives me hope that these are going to be great games. They figure something out, maybe. They figured something out. And actually, both of these teams in London are 3-1, which is surprising that the Giants are actually playing this good. But to continue our 1 p.m. slate, we have the Los Angeles Chargers, the banged up Los Angeles Chargers, traveling into Cleveland to face the Browns. Fuck, I think it's Elfie. What's the fuck? Brownie the Elf on that field. The weird fucking addition that they did to that field. They put an elf instead of a dog, or anything like that. They're the Dog Pound, the fan name. Let's bring back the elf from the 50s. Okay, all right. Weird marketing trick, but whatever you want to do, Cleveland. That is both 2-2 teams. But like I said a couple weeks ago, this is one of those games where I think later in the season, both of these teams are going to look very different. Namely so because Deshaun Watson will be back, which is hilarious. Eventually, we'll be talking about Deshaun Watson again on this countdown show. So I got to go, though. This might be an upset for some people, but I am going to go with the Browns taking this at home. They got Jarrett back. They're looking a lot better, obviously, and the fact that they have this game at home lends a lot to that, because the Chargers are that West Coast team flying over and changing the time zones. Obviously, you can see here in that London game that time zone difference really can affect how you play, because your routine's all fucked up, dude, just for one day on a day you need to play. So that's why I got the Browns at home. It might seem stupid for me to ride with Jacoby Brissett again, because last time I did that, they ended up losing to the Jets narrowly, which doesn't always happen. But I got to go with the Browns at home. What do you have for that game, my friend?
So the Browns, they actually looking really healthy, right? So I'm like, man, the Browns, they're pretty solid. We know the defense is there. I believe Myles Garrett's gonna be back. So yeah, and I believe Jadeveon Clowney as well. So they're gonna have that pass rush. They're gonna do their thing. Their offense is just good enough, right? We saw it wasn't just good enough for the Jets, but that one game, but just enough. And the Browns got their rushing game. Shout out to James Collins-Jones. Browns always has a rushing game. They got two good running backs that could be starters anywhere. The Chargers, they coming in, they got top-notch defense as well, too, though Joey Bosa's out, right, on the IR, I believe. And their offense is good. So you got two teams good on both ends. You're in Cleveland. So I'm going with the tiebreaker with the quarterback. We taking barbecue ribs, McRib Herbert. He's coming in there. He's playing with a hurt. This man has not missed the game since he messed up his ribs like in the middle of a game, right? So I'm taking McRibs, Chargers with the W.
In the pocket for a limited time only, dude. Watch out.
Barbecue ribs, bro. Hey, Justin Herbert, he gonna sling it today. I like the Chargers.
All right, cool. Yeah. Like I said, I just said that before that pick. We're gonna pick some different teams, so that the record will look different. Don't you worry. Oh man, gotta love it though. Gotta love it. This is one of those games where it's like iffy, right? We don't know which one to really pick because the Chargers are banged up and the Browns look so healthy. I'm looking here on the injury report. Yeah, Clowney didn't practice Wednesday or Thursday, but he was limited on Friday, and today is questionable. So to me, I assume that means he's going to go today. Why would you do that, right? You come back on Friday and make sure that you can play on the weekend. And I'm sure he did a walkthrough yesterday that the media didn't see, and there was no injury report on a Saturday. So I'm sure he's ready to go. And they're at home. Let's put on a show against those Chargers and show the NFL what you're really made of. Hopefully, Jacoby Brissett doesn't try to do too much. That's all we gotta watch out for.
He's just gonna be Jacoby Brissett, so that's why I'm picking Herbert.
That's fair. How much for McRib? Dude, that's hilarious. He needs the possession, bro. That's all he needs. To continue, we have more games, and this game to me should be the blowout of the day, but you never know, because that quarterback in Washington, he gone Wentz. The Tennessee Titans, the 2-2 Tennessee Titans, flying down, maybe driving down to Washington to face the Commanders at home. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I think Mike Vrabel has got these boys in gear finally. Derrick Henry against that Washington Commanders defense. I got to take that. And I got to take Ryan Tannehill being a better quarterback than Carson Wentz. I think that he's going to give a couple to the Tennessee defense, and then Tannehill is going to take advantage of that. But who knows? I could be exceptionally wrong about this one, because it also might be one of those special team snafu days down there in Washington. But we shall see when we're watching it during Cafe Zone, and you can see the ticker down here. Make sure you're paying attention to what time it is, so you're ready to go Cafe Zone. But what do you have for this game, Tennessee versus the Commanders?
Who'd you pick?
Oh, I picked the Titans. I picked the Titans.
But all right, so Titans and Commanders. So Titans, I always love seeing Derrick Henry play, right? So it's like you could base everything around him. So we'll see how they look offensively. Now the Commanders, they're just like the Texans to me. Actually, the Commanders should be 0-4. I really believe they somehow beat the Jags week 1, because Jaguars is trying to figure out, but it's new semester, meaning like, okay, let's just pretend like, okay, the season started now, and are you better lining up against this other team, right? Well, the Commanders average defense,
Yeah.
average offense, but they move the ball. Carson Wentz, though he sucks, he still keeps throwing and throwing. Titans are coming in. Their defense, all of their linebackers are out. All of them. Like they have 3 linebackers starting. All of them are out. Upset special. I'm picking the Commanders at home to actually sneak one against the Titans.
Oh man, yeah, I should have looked at that injury report. Woo, that's a long one, buddy. That is a long one. Um, yeah, that might be the upset special, and that's why the spread is close on that. It's minus 1.5 for the Titans, so we'll see. That could be a
close one. Yeah.
It's a close one, yeah. Hey, upset specials might have to add a slot in the Freezing Cold Take Show on Wednesday nights. And some people are going Titans, rooting for Shot Up Robinson to have a monster game. And the rushes attempts he gets, hey, we'll see. That could be interesting to watch. I'm not a huge Commanders fan. I don't really follow them just because they're Commanders. I did like everyone was clowning on the jerseys last week. I enjoyed them, dude. I liked them. Something different. And the all black for some reason just looks cool. They kind of look like Arizona State, the Sun Devils or whatever. But continuing with the slate, and this might be a bounce back game, or it might be a further into the whole game for the New Orleans Saints at home versus Seattle Seahawks. Geno Smith, man, he's playing relatively well or good enough to have them at 2-2 this season. If only they could win some games at home, they would be a lot better. Which is, it's kind of funny to say that about a Seattle team playing good at home. But somebody that you gotta keep on the lookout for, and people who are out, Jameis Winston not going to be playing, so that means that you have Andy Dalton, the Red Rocket, quarterbacking for that team. They ended up being a surprise to me last week against the Vikings. So does that mean that they're playing better this week with Andy Dalton getting more time and more reps and more preparation? I don't know. Andy Dalton was a playoff quarterback at one time in Cincinnati, of all fucking places.
He's average.
He's average, though. Yeah, he is average. He is average. You're not wrong. So is Geno Smith. But I think Geno Smith has a little bit more fire and improvisation to his game. And he's played at so many fucking teams. I think he's got a really big wealth of knowledge for quarterback play and for reading defenses. And this might be an upset for some people, but the New Orleans Saints are 1-3. So the winning team, the winning record, I think is going to get the win on the road in the Superdome today. The Seattle Seahawks getting that win. Who do you got for this game?
So the Seattle Saints. So the Saints, they're at the Dome now. People got to remember the Saints.
I know.
Now,
yep.
I think you raised a good point that Dalton getting a full week of reps and kind of doing his thing, and again, he's going to be average. His offense is going to be very average. So you're looking at the Saints defense. Saints defense a little banged up on the front end, on the secondary. And Michael Thomas is out as well, too, their star receiver. So do the Saints have enough offense? Because you look at the Seahawks, they're an average team. I know people are caught up like, oh, Geno, he's doing his thing. They're an average team, right? Yeah. But I think the Saints are worse right now. I'm picking Seattle. For some reason, Seattle's looking better without Russell Wilson. Like, what's going on here? I'm picking Seattle. Pete Carroll wins again.
Just had to get that cancer out of the locker room, I guess, bro.
Man. Sports is amazing. Like how you take out a top 20 quarterback ever, right? I think Russell Wilson is or was. And he got exactly what he wanted for his team, a good offensive line. They run the ball. They take their shots with Geno. And their defense is solid. I mean, Seattle's the perfect average team.
and that's saying that early now, too, like in the season. You never know how they could look later in the season, and since they're average now, they might have time to sharpen the stone and get even better. So that's one thing you got to think about with that. It's like you just never know. I'm hoping to grab something real quick. Sorry, give me a second. There we go. I just needed to add a drop to the show because I was just thinking about it. While I was thinking about it, let me do it. So we both got the Seahawks getting a road win right there. It's a 5.5 spread, a 5.5 point spread. I think that the Seahawks going to cover that easily. Like you said, the Saints are really banged up on defense. They don't have Michael Thomas, Andy Dalton, no weapons. I mean, probably going to lay an egg against that Seattle defense, who to me, they only have one person who's questionable on the defense. So, hey, I think they're pretty healthy in the defense. That average team is going to take out that worst team. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Well, game basically over. Cheating Giants win. Yikes. Wow.
By 7 with 1 minute left with the ball.
Yeah, what do you mean, dog?
Are you saying it's over?
That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying.
No, well, I got the game right here. So what is he in the future?
Yeah, what do you mean, bro? I'm watching the Packers trying to get a touchdown right now.
Yeah, the Giants are up by 7 with the ball though, with a minute to go.
Okay.
First down. So I mean, they're gonna run this clock out. I mean, it's pretty much over.
It's pretty much over. Hey, he's
right.
You
gotta be accurate when you say stuff back there, because people they pick through it, and I'm just saying, can we trust you?
We can be searching for that L back then. You better watch out. You want to catch that.
Kind of found the L right there.
Yeah, dude. How did they cheat? Can you enlighten us, bro? Because I'm not really watching
it.
Obviously,
fan. He's a Packers.
Yeah, he's just a Packers fan. That's fine. Giants.
They'll talk about that later or something.
Oh shit, that's hilarious. Hey, but let's continue. Let's continue for the day. And I believe this is the last. And I apologize, but I don't think I missed any. I wrote this fucking shit out. And I put this last for a reason. Obviously, for the first week, again, after we started this awesome Sunday streams that we do, man, the fucking Buccaneers are playing again at 1 o'clock. So people get to see my reaction to this game. And I don't get to watch the Buccaneers in my solace and in my sanctuary. Everyone has to see my fandom all on display. You know what I mean? Right. But at least hopefully this could be an interesting game, man. I've been listening to prognosticators and analysts all week talk about this game and what it might do and what might happen. The Falcons fly over to Tampa Bay, fly down. Maybe they just drive. We're pretty close to Tampa Bay. In Raymond James at home again for the third straight week. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to try and get their first home game of the season. Last week, again, Sunday night, if you watch Sunday Night Football, you all saw what I saw, dude. And you saw me get, if we were live, dude, I would have been fucking cursing. I would have had to throw on my headphones. I would have been like the Bills coach, dude, just fucking, fuck you. Because as soon as the game started, our rookie running back took the ball out of the end zone and fumbled the fucking ball. Let's start the game, dude. You can't do that. And immediately the Chiefs scored and the Buccaneers were down by a touchdown 40 seconds into the fucking game. Awful way to start that game. However, the team bounced back, okay? Tom Brady had his best week of the season. Granted, they were throwing the whole time, but he had 385 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a 114 QBR, which is the best he's had all season. And with that, Mike Evans, 10 targets, 8 receptions, 103 yards, and 2 touchdowns. After his suspension week, he comes back with that. And not to mention Chris Godwin was also out there playing really well. We had some of the boys back. The odd thing of this week, fucking Cole Beasley retired. What the fuck? What happened, dude?
This man retired like on his day off. But
he's like, fuck this, bro. I'm not doing this.
Semester, man. We retired for it.
Yeah. Oh my god, bro. It's like, what are you doing, man? He's like, you know what? I like the couch. Brady looks drained. Hey, man, we're not going to take no slander and talk about AB here, man. He made a fool of himself. He doesn't get no shine from me. He's a fucking clown. Mike Evans on a slip for a TD. Hey, man, that's almost a guaranteed because Tom Brady's going to Mike Evans in a touchdown in the red zone area. So, obviously, that is my bias, right? Tom Brady, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. However, Fournette wasn't good in week 4. They only ran the ball fucking 6 times. Granted, they were down a lot, but they ran awfully. Part of that might be their offensive line woes, but there's other ways to scheme to get your running back holes, and Fournette wasn't doing that. I don't know why. Maybe he's just used to just fucking pounding one hole, but I think he's more dynamic than that. And they're going to fix that trend this week. They're not going to have 6 runs and like 52 passes or whatever it was. On the other side of that, A.J. Terrell, the cornerback, the premier quarterback for the Falcons, the last 2 weeks, he's only allowed 2 receptions, which is crazy. And he's had 3 passes defended and has given the other quarterbacks a 54.8 QBR rating, which is like hilariously low. So, right, he's played really well. However, he did get torched by, I believe it was DJ Metcalf. So a bigger receiver gives him trouble, and Mike Evans is that big receiver. So, I mean, it's obvious I was going to pick this, but I wanted to give you guys facts to prove my point and prove my prediction.
I got this is like a whole report.
Yeah, I did some research, dude. I did some research for this game, bro.
Like a whole soliloquy. This was hearing yesterday in that space is just long speeches like this. You know what I'm saying? My God, we know you like the Bucks, okay?
I had to put out the stats for my reasoning, bro.
I feel you. Hard. I know.
But I'm just next couple of weeks, I'm just gonna choose the Bucks and not even say anything. And
just say we know you picking the Bucks, bro.
All right. I got the Bucks at home. Who you got, homie?
My dog. All right. So let's see. Real quick, just double checking the Giants game real quick. They're pretty much about to win. Okay, so that's over. But all right. So with the Bucks versus Falcons, now. One positive for the Bucks is that it's not at Atlanta, right? So no lemon pepper, no factor on what's going on in this game. Atlanta's on the road, so we'll keep that in mind for the next Atlanta home game. But Atlanta is the most healthiest team in the league as well, too. So, but they are below average, right? But Buccaneers, you look at them. I always look at the injury report, and the only thing I look at for the Buccaneers is the receivers. And I looked at Mike Evans did not participate in practice. He still may play. I'm just putting some fear in you. Chris Godwin, limited participation in practice. Julio Jones, questionable. So all his receivers, are they going to play? I don't know. It's not official yet. I think everyone's going to play except Julio, but Julio may come in and play one play, catch the ball, fall down, and then he's out for the game, right?
I got hurt again. Yeah.
But no, real talk. Atlanta's on the road. They're not winning. No lemon pepper. It's the GOAT. New semester. You wiping the slate clean. This is a new semester. Like, okay, let's do what we need to do. Yep. Buccaneers. I know Gisele's is stressing them out. He's gonna take it out on the Falcons today.
Yeah, bro. He's pissed to hearing all this shit going on in the media outside of football, bro. Let's talk about football again. Let's show you why I'm playing football again. Mike Evans going off again. Hey, hopefully, Bucks Nation in the chat.
Every game,
yeah. Hell yeah. He just broke another record, I believe, last week, but I think Chris Godwin is actually going to have a couple more targets and more receptions this game. Who knows? You might actually see some Russell Gage outings as well, because he is that shifty slot guy. And if we have our 2 top guys, he can do what he's used to doing, which is being that slot guy and being pretty good at it. The layover game, I called this the layover game, and that's wrapping up the 1 p.m. slate, which we will be on Syl's channel watching live. I can't stress that enough. I want everyone to hang out with us because it's a good time. If you got your team playing, okay, put that on your TV, put us on your phone, and hang out with us and chop it up with us. It's always fun. It's as much fun, if not more fun, than we have during these countdown shows. We roast each other. We make fun of each other. We make fun of our teams. It's so much fun. And he said, you'll love it, man. I know he's talking about Charleston Pilly, but you'll love it, man, if he'll be on Twitch as well. And continuing for this game slate, I call this 4:05 p.m. game the layover game. And that's because it is just the layover game. It's the game they put there between the 4:25 games to give everyone something to watch. Don't go away from your TV. We still got football. Wait. We still got this. And today, it's the San Francisco 49ers flying across the country again to play the Carolina Panthers. The 49ers are 2-2. Their defense looked really good last week against the Rams. The Panthers are 1-3. Baker Mayfield hasn't looked good all season. So I'm just going to keep it like that. I got Jimmy G, making another easy win. Doesn't have to do much. I do see that their tackle is out. They have some DBs out. It looks like a lot of their defense is actually kind of banged up on the 49ers. But on the other hand, you have some of the offense who's banged up and out on the Panthers. So, yeah, 49ers to me going to get that steal today flying in Carolina. What is your pick for this?
New semester. The 49ers got too much swag right now against some Panthers teams with Baker Mayfield as a starting quarterback. Are we serious? 49ers in a route. There's too much swag. This is like a swag indifference for this. That's why it's 4:05. They're like, you may not even want to watch this.
That's right, dude.
It's going to
happen. It's hilarious. Baker should retire. Oh my God. Everyone's clowning in here. That's hilarious.
That's for Israel. This is the 49ers. They got
Israel.
Swag, man.
It's good.
That game against the Rams. Too much swag, man. They feeling too good about themselves. They got the
Killed
formula.
Them.
Yeah, they just going to beat them up, man. That's what the 49ers do, man.
Yeah, I should have taken the 49ers last week because I was saying it on the countdown. Like, they didn't have a far drive, and they made it seem like they were just like, we're going to
the Rams. Yeah,
dude. Baking his ass. Yeah, dude, we were talking about lemon pepper all last stream when ATL was getting that win.
They play at home. It's going to be a factor. That home field advantage. Boy, they got a dome as well, too. So they probably got like a champagne room in the back and then lemon pepper. But not this week. Not this week. They on the road.
Yeah, they're in Tampa, dude. They don't have no lemon pepper down here. Let me tell you that. We got some gentlemen's clubs all up and down the strip, but ain't no lemon pepper, homie.
It's nothing like Atlanta.
Dude. Yeah, for sure. And that was hilarious. Jacoby Brissett was so mad because his whole team. This is why you don't go out for a game.
I'm telling you, man. That's gonna be a factor all year.
And that's just a little bit of the inside jokes that you miss if you're not over there for Cafe Zone, bro. Oh, my God. Yeah, 49ers going to steal this, and we'll probably see the start of this game, and hopefully it's an early prediction. We're like, yeah, this is going to go the way we predicted. But to continue, 4:25, this is the actual afternoon games, ones that people actually want to see, and we have it starting with the only undefeated team in the league. Who knew that we were going to say that 5 weeks into this season? It's the Philadelphia Eagles flying across the country the other way and facing the Arizona Cardinals. Now, I watched these other shows, obviously, on major networks, not the major network that is SNSN, but other ones. And some of them have the Arizona Cardinals getting a steal of a win here. I don't see that happening. Until this team fucking loses, I'm not going to bet against or pick against the Philadelphia Eagles and that dog mentality. They're going to win it. Sirianni as a coach, he's got something, man. He's grown some flowers over there in the city of brotherly love. And all those metaphors that he had with the roots growing in the manure and all that shit. Homie was right, I guess, because they made the playoffs and now they're undefeated. So I'm going to pick them going against the Cardinals. I think Kyler Murray isn't great. Kind of like Baby Arms a little bit, you know what I mean? Kind of like Baby Arms Fields. I kind of got the same vibe from him, you know? He'd rather have his hands like this playing on the controller than have his hands like this on a fucking football, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm picking the Philadelphia Eagles against the Cardinals. Who do you have for this game?
So I mean, the Eagles, like you said, undefeated team. They're feeling good. Jalen Hurts. They had a little adversity last week. Now some people say, well, it started raining and all the Eagles do is run. So that was like they didn't give them a lot of credit for that win against the Jags, but I did.
Yeah.
The Eagles are a complete team, right? So with them, it's all about health because Cardinals are below average to me. They're below average across the board. So the Eagles, are they healthy enough? They're going to win matchups like this. I think they are healthy enough. A little banged up at linebacker here and there. Taking the Eagles, it shouldn't be that difficult.
Yeah, let me just tell you too, like the injury report, the paragraphs for the Eagles is way less, and the Cardinals is huge. So that should just, if you don't know anything about football, be like, all right, they have more injured people. I'm gonna go with the other team to win this game. And that's the beginning of the 425 games. And our homies, this is like a funny game to watch. At 425, the Dallas Cowboys fly into SoFi and face the Los Angeles Rams. Now, I know what my picks are for this, but to me, this is like Necron versus Skywalker. So I'm excited to watch this game at 425, and I'm excited to see, if there's gonna be some shit talk in our cool table group chat between these homies, because they never hold anything back. It is Cooper Rush, though, has that Dallas Cowboys team at 3-1 somehow versus that Los Angeles Rams team that looked like complete shit last week, if we're being honest, when they played the 49ers. And I think it's going to be more of that. I think it might be a little more high flying as far as like the offense for the Rams, because they do have a great head coach. Don't get that twisted. Sean McVay is great. But I mean, he's been to 2 Super Bowls, won 1 so far. But however, I think that the Cowboys, they're gonna go in and steal this one. There is a lot of people who are questionable, but I think they're gonna make that trip and get this win against the defending Super Bowl champions. Yeah, they don't look like that. I think the Rams are gonna lose at home today. And what do you feel about that, my friend?
Yeah, so I mean, like you said, the Cowboys been looking good. I mean, they got the defense. You can't deny how good the Cowboys are looking on defense, and they have average, sometimes above average offense right now with Cooper Rush. Right now, the question is, when Dak comes back, is it going to be that much better on offense? Because the defense is there, So I can't front what Dallas is doing. So you look at the Rams. Yeah, these are to defend a Super Bowl chance, but this ain't the same Rams team that won a Super Bowl at all, right? This is not the same team. I think, and the offensive line is decimated. The 49ers showed you that. What's the strength of the Cowboys defense? Pass rush.
Yep.
Micah Parsons, 11 from heaven. We're going with the Cowboys going into LA, SoFi, and getting that dub, man. Cowboys charging on, y'all. Crazy.
Hell yeah, dude. I agree, and it should be fun to watch my group chat, man. If we have some good slays, maybe I'll post it. Maybe I'll ask the boys if I could screenshot it, because it might be hilarious. But so continuing after the afternoon games are done, you go ahead, go get yourself some dinner, maybe go mow the lawn, maybe go to the store, go do what you got to do, and get ready for those Sunday night games. The Sunday night games, the Sunday night game. And tonight, it is going to be an interesting one, my friend. It is going to be a division matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. You're like, what? That's a division? Is it going to be gritty? Is it going to be a hard-fought game? Yeah, I think so. Both of these teams are 2-2. The Ravens haven't played good at home. The Bengals are pissed that they just lost last week in their white Bengals uniforms, man. They had the white tiger uniforms. They look sick as fuck.
No, you remember they beat the Dolphins. Also.
Oh, right. Shit.
Yeah, that's the game,
That's why. Man. That's why. Because they had those tiger uniforms.
Yeah, they look dope. Yeah.
I should have known that because I got the L in that game. I believe I picked the Dolphins. But home game, right? So the other team that I'm picking today is another home team who's lost twice at home so far this season, which is the Buccaneers. I'm picking them to get the win today. I think it'd be pretty dumb of me to have the same situation and pick against Lamar Jackson right in the ship. But the coach John Harbaugh for the Ravens, man, he makes some shitty decisions when it comes down to the late in the game. And if this is one of those close games, I think that he's gonna do the same thing. There's gonna
Mm,
be some shoddy
mm,
decisions, some questionable. What are you doing at the end of the game?
yeah.
So I think that the Ravens are gonna give up this one to the Bengals. I got the Bengals stealing a division matchup down there, up there in Baltimore tonight. How do you feel about this game?
Yeah, man. It's like you literally echoed what I was feeling. It's like we say we don't pick with our heart. You already know Lamar Jackson is one of my favorite players, right? So I try to be, I try to be non-partial or whatever with that. But man, like you would think this is a game he'll take care of. His team is yes, the defense is not good, right? Ravens defense is not good. I mean, let's just be honest. Lamar is hard for him to cover up all of that for the entire team. And then when you add bad coaching on top of that, it's like, dang. And I mean, John Harbaugh, I mean, you think he's a solid coach, and he's won a Super Bowl and has been in contention, with the Ravens the whole time. But it's
Yep.
those dumb decisions. He did this last year. It's starting to be a trend with this guy. Now, it only comes into play if the other team is, level with you or close. The Bengals is that team. They went to the Super Bowl for a reason. They have defense. They definitely have offense. I'm with you, Austin. I'm taking the Bengals only because it's going to be a close game, and that's usually when John Harbaugh makes a bad call. And I'm going with the Bengals. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. This L is for me. We'll see. Because we got JCJ picking Lamar. We both might have a freezing cold take on that, but hey, I believe in Joe Burrow to come up big when it matters, and we just spoke into existence. We both believe that the head coach will take the ball out of Lamar's hands and flub up this game somehow, some way. I've seen it multiple times, and history tends to repeat itself when it comes to head coaches. They get all flustered and in these situations in a close game when a team like the Bengals can really beat you. They were in the Super Bowl last year, and this is the same team. They actually upgraded. So I think that they're going to steal this one and start to put a stamp on the reason why they should be looked at as like one of those marquee teams instead of the Steelers currently in that division. Because the Steelers just ain't it right now. They are kind of rebuilding in a way. But hey, I could eat my words on that, and the Steelers might steal one today when we were watching it at 1 o'clock. So that's the Sunday night game. The Monday night game, another division matchup. Wow, man, they do this pretty well. Those schedulers. Can you just schedule the Thursday night games differently? Okay, thanks. The Raiders fly in to Kansas City on a Monday. These are two teams with opposite records, but you could argue that they should have the same record because they've lost some close games, and the Raiders have a team. Okay, they have a team, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do, if they can do anything, with having Josh McDaniels as their head coach. And I don't have their. Oh, I do. Awesome. So they have a linebacker who's out and some other people who are questionable. And the Chiefs have a kicker who's out still, which is kind of shitty. But it looked like their backup kicker played pretty well last week against the Buccaneers. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs at home in Arrowhead. Come on now. Yes, it is the Derek Carr days down there for the Raiders, and they have all this offensive power, but they're still kind of getting their feet up underneath them. And like AB, they got frostbite on their feet down there in the Raiders. They should have got out of that cryo chamber a little earlier, man. Got to wear your socks. I think that they're gonna take the L today or tomorrow night against the Chiefs, but it'll be a close one because it is a division matchup. What do you say for the Monday night game? So
Yeah, like I said, the Raiders have been just disappointing this
yeah,
season. They were my dark horse, so that I took an early L with them. But Chiefs right now, this is gonna be a swag win, just like that 49ers game. It's just like new semester. Hey, we're the Chiefs. We're better than you Raiders. This is a swag win for the Chiefs, just by showing up and doing what they do. Casey.
yeah. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. I love it. Mr. J coming in here. Appreciate you, man. Mr. J3 playing Raiders all day, no matter what. Hey, we'll see if we got a freezing cold take. We'll see if we got that to add to the Wednesday night show. So that is concluding today. I want to tell everyone, I said it a bunch of times. We'll see you over on Twitch in like 10, 15 minutes when the 1 p.m. games start. And you can see my fandom all over the place, man. I'm not going to hide it. I'm not going to hide it at all. I'm going to be screaming if there's bad plays, or I'm going to be really quiet because I'll be like biting my nails, hoping that the fucking Buccaneers do something. But we shall see. I got to re-up my coffee, get some food for the 1 p.m. games, and get ready for Cafe Zone. What are you most excited for today, man, for the 1 p.m. slate?
For the 1 p.m., let's see what we got again. The 1 p.m. It's a couple good matchups. I mean, I want to see my McRib guy do his thing with the Chargers. I'm gonna be closing my eyes when the Bears play. Let's see. So yeah, it's looking more like it's gonna be a nice mix of games. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not one of those. The big game I think is the 4 p.m. You know, the Rams Cowboys, but I think this game, the 1 o'clock slate, it's going to be just enough action sprinkled about. So I'm looking for some good highlights, you know, overall. So
yeah. I mean, this is what we look forward to, man. It's what we get ready for. This is what the countdown's for. It's for the action to start, and it's coming. So we'll see everybody over there on Twitch. And thank you, Super Bro Corey. Thank you, JCJ, Mr. J, Sky, Miss Pilly, JP. I'm just trying to roll up right now. And shout everybody out. Real talk. And I know there was a question about do we think this Thursday night should be taken out? Yeah, it kind of sucks for the players. I love them personally. They're not going to be taken out because of business. That's just, it is what it is. But again, thank you everybody for showing up. Last week I played the countdown intro again. I'm not going to do that this week. Eventually I'm going to have an outro for us, and it'll send us off into Syl's space, but not spaces on Twitter. We'll see you over on Twitch. And make sure you're saying what up in the chat and giving us your opinions as we watch that shit. But thanks again, everybody, for coming through. Another successful weekend, man. Another successful weekend. I love it. This is probably the most fun I have all week. and I look forward to it every week. Next weekend will be a little more polished. So hopefully this gets better as we go. And everyone keeps coming back. We'll see if there's any freezing cold takes from today. I'll probably see you on Wednesday, everybody. And we'll see you on Twitch. So have a good day if we don't see you over there. Bye, y'all.